from KJ now, see what he thinks and feels about this. What are you saying, mate?
I'm fuming, bruv.
But your local club won.
Shut up, my local club, man. Screw Villa for now. Screw them, man. I'm tired of these players, man. I'm tired of these players being flipping weak. On the pitch, mentally, off the pitch, weak. Lindelof, I'm going to start off with Lindelof. That third goal, why is he backing up? Are you a backup dancer? Are you on stage stripping? Because that's what you did. You let Watkins strip you down and then pass it through. What the hell, bruv? Like, engage the flipping striker. Engage. All he does is backtrack. That's all he does. He needs to be strong. He's actually putting a tackle. That's why I love Martinez. That's why I love Varane. They put tackles in. They're strong. They know when to go in for the tackle and they put it in there and they're not weak. Eriksen, Terry, I don't see how you said he was good today. He was terrible.
Weak. I didn't say Eriksen was good. Where did I say was good?
You said he was good early in the show, unless you mistakenly thought it was someone else.
I must have meant Martin. I meant Martinez.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, man, yeah. Anyway, Eriksen, weak in the midfield. Poor passing. Again, he was supposed to be there in that role for ball retention. Not retaining the ball. Losing it. Donny van der Beek. Name me a footballer whose attributes is short passing and spatial awareness. What footballer has that as attributes and flipping is good? Someone tell me why. It's just a frustrating because these guys love to do this thing where they're going to run, look like they're improving, and everyone's like, yeah, things are better now. And then they'll just drop off. And it's not like a drop off where it's like, oh, slowly but surely goes down. It's an instant drop. When they get comfortable, it's an instant drop. And I'm tired of these guys' mentality.
Complacency today from the United squad because of how well you have been performing? Or...
Yes, it's completely. Look at them. Like, why is it that we lose games in the first 10 minutes? First 10, 15 minutes, we lose games. We go down 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 in some cases. And then we're there trying to fight back. Why is that? Because these guys up here, they let themselves go. They let themselves relax. They need
but can you say that for your Ronaldos, your Casemiros, your De Gea's? Surely their experience and winning mentality.
Wasn't great today. Casemiro wasn't great today. But Ronaldo, he's at the top. He thinks he's still there. He's deluded. He is a deluded man. You're not 25. You're not 30. You're not even 32. You are 37 going on 38 years old. You can't turn. You can't run. And right now, you can't even flip and score. So what is the point? We couldn't play for the center. We couldn't play for the center of the pitch because he can't flip and turn. He can't turn, and Donny van der Beek is doing up ghosting. So we can't even go through the center of the field. We have to play out wide, and all they do, congest the wide space, make them cross it in, and our defenders will just head it out because no one can win the flipping header. And you're saying it's on Ten Hag for playing them. Yeah, it is. But this isn't me saying Ten Hag out. This isn't me saying Ten Hag needs to go. This is me saying give Ten Hag what he needs. Because the basis of what he wants is there. We have a foundation that I'm happy with. We have a foundation that you can see. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do. We just need the right components. Right now, he's got a 37, 38-year-old Ronaldo who's just basically lost everything that made him good. You've got a Martial who's injury prone, which would actually be the striker that we actually need. We've got Rashford who's not a striker. He's a flipping left winger who he plays up top when he's needed. And then you've got kids. Like, how is he supposed to build anything with that as his strike force? I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care what anyone has to say. Erik ten Hag is not the issue. He's making mistakes. Yes, guess what? So do all managers coming into all the leagues. Every manager coming to a new league will make mistakes. Even Conte, when he won the league, when he first came here, made mistakes in the first, 10 games. Then he changed it. So I'm allowing Ten Hag to make mistakes.
You play Villa again. So what do you change?
What do I change? Well, you don't play Donny. Don't play Ronaldo. Bring in Elanga. Because why not? Bring in some pace on the right-hand side if Anthony's not going to be here. Bring in Martial. Get him some minutes in his legs. Get him match fit. Actually play Fred or McTominay with Casemiro when we need to be solid in the midfield. Eriksen and Casemiro and whatever 10 we play is great when we know that the midfield that we're going to play, they just want to just sit back, not challenge us, and sit deep. When it's a combative game, when it's a game where the midfielders are coming at you non-stop, that midfield does not work because the only man with power is Casemiro.
The thing is, I want to say as well, listen, no one was good today. I think Martinez held his own in the game. And if everybody had his aggression and tenacity, we would have been in this game. And that's where Villa outplayed us. Villa, pound for pound, player for player, do not have better football players than Manchester United. And I know no Villa fan in his heart of hearts believes that. What they had more than us today was fight. And we didn't have it. But where I can forgive Casemiro is that since he's been here, nearly every single game he's been brilliant. The same as if there's going to come a point soon. I mean, Martinez loose header towards that third goal as an example. I can easily forgive him because of his overall display so far since he's been at the club. The reason it's harder for me when it comes to Ronaldo, Donny, Eriksen today as an example, is there's been too many poor performances and they're not building up enough credit in the bank. And for me, I agree with focusing on the players here. I then focus on the manager and say, well, you can't, like, if it comes to next weekend and Ronaldo starting again, then I start to have when I say start to have a problem, I mean, I'm going to criticize that element of Ten Hag because it isn't goddamn working. And we were looking in the last couple of weeks, the level of performance has dipped, and it's been since Ronaldo came back into this team and squad. When he walked off we were amazing against Spurs. He then pissed off down the tunnel and got dropped. We went to Stamford Bridge and should have won the game with how well we played. A lack of clinical edge up front. He comes back and the performance has dropped again. I now look to Ten Hag to turn around and say, stop playing him. Then what I do, and I'm being called out online for this right now, I go, you're blaming the owners again. What my tweet said is that we should hold owners, manager, and the players to account for these defeats. But this is the order it works in. You blame the players for their individual performance. You then turn to the manager if he keeps playing them. And if the manager's forced into playing them because he doesn't get reinforcements, you look at the ownership of the football club. And people keep saying, oh, they spent billions. Yes, not on Ten Hag's squad. Ten Hag has had about £150 million so far. He hasn't had £1 billion spent on his squad. So we have to focus on the problems at the club still, no matter what. But you are right. Like some of the player performances today were awful. KJ, I appreciate you coming on, mate. And we'll chat again soon. Top man. Thank you.
You know, when I just thought, like, because obviously I was on the terrace on Friday, I just thought I'd come in because, you know, when I said 3-1, I actually meant like Villa 3 and then Man United 1. So So
funny.
I just thought I'd flip it just a little bit. Yeah, man, I just thought I'd come on. I don't know why I'm on right now, Terry, I'll be honest. And especially now I'm seeing you sitting next to that Tottenham fan next to you. His team's about to play in a minute. It's just, I just don't know, man. I thought I had to show face. I think it's only right.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't even know where to get started with this, except I'm going to run a massive Ronaldo agenda now, man. I'm done. But, nah, you know what it is, yeah? I'm already seeing on Twitter, right? Mainly Twitter, nowhere else. Like, Man United fans doubting Ten Hag, and I really don't get that. That really grinds my gears because no Man United fan at the start of the season thought we'd get this far. Do you get what I mean? Like, everyone thought we'd probably be like 10th, 9th with a lot more losses and everything. Look, we got battered today. Nothing was right. You know what? I liked the lineup when I saw it, but the reality hit. That's all it was. Van der Beek. I can now see what this team looks like without Bruno, clear as day. I can really see it, and I have to sincerely apologize to Bruno for all that crap I've given him. Other than Casemiro, he looks quite tired. The team looks tired in general. I just don't. I just don't know where to start with this team, man.
Well, I mean, you're very confident.
Kaz, I think it's just though, brother. Like I think he could argue a bit of tiredness. This is part of what happens in a rebuild, in the sense of it's kind of weird, really, because when we go on a good run, rivals will say, yeah, but you're part of a rebuild. You're going to have ups and downs. You won't maintain this. Then you lose a game and say it's part of the rebuild process. And they say you're being salty and you're looking for excuses. These performances are going to happen. They're never acceptable, but they're understandable until this manager has built his squad for me. And that's why I still put pressures on the owners. And people will say, oh, they can't catch a break. Well, until they build a title-worthy winning squad for one manager with one system and maintain that style and system for a 10, 15, 20-year period, I'm not going to get off their necks. That's how great clubs in 2022 are run. But in terms of performances, it was so bad today. on Donny van der Beek, and I know is this got to be it now? Is the experiment with him done and finished for you?
Yeah, he's done for me now. You know what? I had his back for ages when he first came, and it was just, look, he's not athletic enough for the league. He's not strong enough. I saw him get bypassed in that midfield so many different times, and he just didn't have the legs or anything to really get back. I know he's only just come back in the team. It's kind of unfair, but at the same time, this is the reality of the Premier League, man. You either get with it or you get out pretty much. It works for some players and it doesn't work for some others. Maybe it'll suit an Inter Milan, a Serie A. He probably would do well quite there. But even there, that's getting more fast paced by the minute. But I don't know. I think we need to just chop and change. I don't think it happens in January, maybe more in the summer. But I just don't think he's the right man moving forward for us, because the options that we have is so shocking. Clearly missing Anthony on the right-hand side, probably to a degree. It wouldn't even matter if we had Sancho on that pitch. Bruno, massive miss. Eriksen, another poor game. I don't think what Martinez done on thing was anything. It was off the pitch. It was done. I don't really give a crap. You know, if you can't handle aggression, if you go watch that, the way Michael Oliver managed that, ref that Arsenal game, so many soft fouls. I hate that stuff anyways. Look, Bailey came off, played well. Don't matter, man. We got slapped. The only people that I could say for me that held their heads high today was Casemiro in the second half, you could say. And obviously Martinez. David De Gea's got to do a little bit better, but he had 3 great goals hit against him. A free kick, one right in the top bins, and I think the first goal he could have saved. Luke Shaw, I thought, played quite well. Like, I don't think that should knock his confidence down whatsoever. Rashford on the right-hand side is my most questionable part. I didn't like that whatsoever. He just was non-existent whatsoever. But nah, man, look, we go again. Look, what's that? 1 defeat in 10 games? Who thought that was going to ever happen with Man United?
No, listen,
exactly.
I completely agree with you, and that's why it's one of those things for me where it's you criticize today's performance, you call out the things that you don't think are right, and you keep like I've done. And there's a comment here that says I want to put it up because it made me laugh. Dizzy's with us now. What are you saying, Diz?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a little heartbroken, G. Seeing Ronaldo go out like this is so sad to see, bro. He is done at the top level, and it's sad to see because Ronaldo is the reason why I fell in love with football, but it just doesn't work. He doesn't work in this team. He doesn't work in the system. He needs people to play the ball to him with a clear shot on goal, basically, and that's just not what we have at the moment. Donny van der Beek, I tried. Funny you had Kaz on before me. We was doing the Terrace podcast on Twitch, and he was saying, "I want to see Donny. I want to see him over Bruno and blah blah." And I was like, "But why?" At United, we haven't seen anything that would suggest that he has the minerals to perform in this league, and we haven't seen it, and he hasn't done it. So I don't know where the fan base even came from to start with. To be honest, I think Martinez, I love that guy. I love his tenacity. I love his aggression. That is my boy for real. Playing Rashi on the right, sus as hell. It didn't work. The subs, sus. Leaving Ronaldo on the pitch, sus. The midfield was sus. Ten Hag today. We gotta keep it a buck. He was sus today. He was sus, and obviously he needs time to. He needs time. He will make mistakes, and he's learning the league and all that other stuff. But today he was sus. Today he made mistakes.
Yeah, he did, and he'll be criticised for that. But with so many improvements from him, and I'm sure he's going to get things right as long as he's continually backed by the board financially, and more important than spending the money, which all of the the dullards and the fools that don't actually understand football, the FIFA generation I call them, it's giving him the power and control. So it's almost like Ronaldo. You cried you didn't. This is almost like what I'd want to see. Like Ronaldo, you cried that you didn't play. You stormed off because you weren't playing. You've had a number of starts now, and in every single game since then, you've not been good enough. There is the bench, my friend. Hold it. And by the way, it's a couple more games now, and then it's the January transfer window. Jorge Mendes should be spending the next 2 months finding Ronaldo a club. That's what's got to happen. Maybe there's been a little bit of putting him in the shop window. Maybe there's a few managers or a few clubs in slower, easier leagues thinking, yeah, he can't do it in the Prem, but I think here he might be able to cut it. And maybe he's got to give up his hope of ever playing in the Champions League again and just take a big pay deal and go and play football in the MLS. I'm sure David Beckham's team will go and have him in Miami. That warm weather will help them stiff hips out a lot, so he can do it.
Roy Keane and them look like dickheads today. I'm not gonna lie. The type of
Oh,
talk
they look
talking
so.
about.
All of them, Roy Keane, Rio, the lot of them, all of them, dumb dummies. They look today. Dizzy, thanks for coming on, bro. We'll chat again soon.